So let's go ahead and get started today in child's pose. I know we've been doing this a lot lately, but I like to start a little bit shorter flows in child's pose. Bring the toes together, knees out wide. Start walking the hands all the way out in front of you, pressing the palms down and towards the earth as you press the hips towards the heels. And close the eyes here if they are not already closed. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, filling the back body, expanding, and then exhale, softening down towards the earth. As the forehead is connected to the mat, this is a natural stress reliever. You can even rock it gently from side to side, giving yourself a nice little massage around that pressure point, the third eye. And then coming back into stillness, engaging the pelvic floor, having the option to walk the hands together, bring the palms together, pressing the pinky down and toward the earth, opening a little more through the shoulders. And taking this moment here to set an intention for your practice. The intention of allowing the body to feel good through these nice heart openers, feeling strong in the balance. So taking this time to open the heart and feel strong throughout your life. And as you're ready, you can bring the palms back down towards the earth and gently start making your way onto all fours. Spreading the fingertips wide. Hips over the knees. Gazing slightly in front of the hands, maybe even towards the horizon. Pressing into the index finger knuckle, the tops of the feet as you lift the shoulders a little closer towards the sky. Start with a nice wrist stretch, so taking the right hand, fingertips facing towards the knees. You can even bring it a little bit closer towards the knee if that's a little intense. And you could do both hands at the same time. If that's extremely uncomfortable, you can just start to alternate from the right to the left. If it feels okay, you can even lean back towards the heels, pressing into the tops of the feet. If you'd like to take another variation, you could tuck the toes under and then press the hips back towards the heels. Remembering to allow the breath to guide you through the body today as you soften the skull. A few more moments here. Breathing all the way down into the lungs. Expanding through the ribs. Then go ahead and coming back to all fours again, having the option to keep the toes tucked under, or you can untuck. It's up to you. This is your practice. And then take the top of the hand towards the mat. And you could do both at the same time. If it feels okay, leaning back slightly. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. Few more moments here. Breathing into the belly, engage the core. And then coming back onto all fours, you can untuck the toes if you do have them tucked. And now taking the fingertips out towards the side of the mat. And just make these little circles, micro movements in one direction. Starting to warm up for that crow pose. then taking the fingertips in towards each other and make those same circles. Relax the tongue. And then coming back into all fours. Inhale deep, gazing slightly in front of the mat. Exhale, round into a cat pose, warming up the spine. You can press the shoulders forward. And then inhale, take it into your cow. Drop the belly, raise the gaze. Exhale, rounding into your cat. A few more moments here. Riding your own breath, your own wave. One more round, drop the belly, chest towards the front of the room, open up, and then exhale, round it in. And inhale, coming back to center, and you can sit onto the heels. We're going to come into hero's pose. So you can go ahead and grab your blocks. You may just need one, or you never know, maybe two. So taking the knees slightly together, you can bring the block down in between the legs, sitting the hips down onto the block. Tops of the feet touch down towards the floor or press down towards the floor, knees as well. If this is super hard and it feels really bad or you have any injuries, always taking care of yourself, you can stack 2 blocks up. Go ahead and grab the strap as well. You're going to take the strap and wrap it around the hands, but pretty wide grip here. You're going to floss the shoulders, bring the arms up overhead. This already feels really nice here. And then as you exhale, start to take it back behind you. Nothing too far. The farther the strap or the farther the grip, the more you'll be able to take it all the way back. And then inhale, coming back to center. And exhale again, just start to floss the shoulders. There's no right or wrong here, riding your own breath. We'll do a few more rounds. Feels really nice. Bring it all the way up. Last one here. And then coming back to center, you might even roll it one more time. Inhale, reach it up, and then exhale, take it from side to side. Coming back to center, inhale, and then exhale, bringing the strap over towards in front of the face. Inhale, taking it up. Exhale towards the face, right in front of you there, line with the eyes. Up, and take it down. We're going to go for cow face arms. So you can keep the strap in the right hand, and then you're going to bring the left hand. You can go ahead and unwind it if that's even more uncomfortable, and reach around for the right strap. So you're going to feel this in the right tricep. If you don't need the strap, you can release that and interlace the fingers. Inhale. And then exhale, maybe even pressing the skull towards the forearm. For 3, 2, 1 more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. And then go ahead and unwind, taking the strap into the left hand, circle it around the knuckles, and then you'll take that left arm up and over and reach around with the right. The shoulders are very different from side to side quite often. Again, especially this is an area that we often hold on to a lot of injuries here, or just being more dominant on one side from day-to-day activity. Pressing the skull back, so one often becomes the more dominant. For 3, 2, 1 more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, go ahead and release. You can take the strap to the side. Staying seated here, going for our eagle arms. This is such a nice stretch for the back of the shoulders. You already feel that sensation now from the cow face and the shoulder flossing. Taking the arms out to a T, palms or thumbs facing down. Go ahead and take the right arm underneath the left, seeing if you can clasp the hand. If this isn't accessible, this is fine, or you can grab the wrist. Lifting the elbows up slightly and press the hands away from the face. Close the eyes if this is super intense. Bring that intention inward. Maybe even rounding down, fold down slightly. Breathe into the shoulder girdle, keeping a long spine. On the exhale, you'll really feel the opening you're creating in the back body. Starting to comb the shoulders. And inhale, you can come back to center and then maybe take it back. Again, pressing the wrist away from the face. And then inhale to center, go ahead and unwind arms to a T. That feels really nice, hey? And opposite side, placing the left arm underneath the right. Seeing if you can clasp the hands, bringing the shoulders or the elbows up slightly, hands away from the face. Inhale. Exhale, engage the core. And then maybe you can round it down, fold down. Breathe into the back body. For 3, 2, 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, a little back bend if that feels okay through your body. And then coming back to center, you can go ahead and unwind. You roll the shoulders out, shake the wrist out, making any movements that are gonna feel good for you. Ooh, I know it feels good for me. Go ahead and release that block or the blocks to the side. Coming back into all fours. Keeping the hips over the knees. You can start to walk the hands all the way out, coming into puppy pose. The chin may come down to the mat, maybe the forehead. We won't be here too long. Staying for 3 full cycle breaths, breathing all the way down into the pelvic floor. And exhale, letting go, pressing the tops of the feet in towards the earth. 2, and 1. Coming back into your tabletop, once again, keeping the hips stacked over the knees. And go ahead and come down onto the left forearm and start to, or sorry, not the left forearm, the left arm. Start to walk the right hand out, keeping the palm down towards the earth. And then you'll bend through the left elbow to get through the shoulder. You're not going to be here so long, through the chest. It might feel okay to come down onto the forearm. 1 more full cycle breath. And then slowly coming back to center, same thing opposite side, taking the left hand down, and then start to bend through the right elbow. If it feels okay, you can come onto the forearm, pressing the hand down, just enough to feel that opening through the heart center. 1 more breath. And then inhale, coming back into your tabletop, tuck the toes under, take it back into a soft downward facing dog. Spread the fingertips wide. You can have us bend in the knees. Breathe all the way into the belly. Lengthen through the back. Exhale, press the chest towards the thighs, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, coming onto the tippy toes. Exhale, start to roll forward, coming into your high plank. Hold it here, spread the fingertips, inhale. Elbows facing back, exhale, lower down into a low push-up. Keep the shoulders above the elbows for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering it all the way down and coming into a Sphinx pose. Shoulders over the elbows. Press the chest towards the front of the room, tops of the feet into the mat. Taking your time to set up here. Tucking the toes under, lifting up into a forearm plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, one more breath, inhale, and then exhale, lowering the hips down, untuck the toes, finding your Sphinx. You can do another variation of that, preparing for Dolphin Pose. So as you're ready, tuck the toes under, stay strong through the core, inhale, lift it up into your low plank, and then start to walk the feet forward, coming into a Dolphin's Pose. If this is super uncomfortable, you can stay in your plank. And if you want to play even more, you can lift the right leg up towards the sky. Breathing into the belly, opening through the shoulders. And then you can go ahead and switch it out, left leg up. Lowering the left leg down, walk it all the way out into your forearm plank. Inhale, and exhale, drop it down into your Sphinx pose, pressing the chest forward. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. You can go ahead and bring the hands underneath the shoulders, press up into a tabletop, grabbing the blocks again, placing it on each side of the mat. And take it into a downward facing dog with the blocks. So the palms are going to go onto your added support. Tuck the toes under, take it into a soft down dog. Remembering you have the option to keep the knees bent. And then you can start to walk the feet forward, coming into a forward fold with that added support. Feet are about hip width apart here. Lean forward into the balls of the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold crown of the head towards the earth. You can roll the shoulders out here. Shake the head, yes. Shake it, no. And then taking the feet out a little bit wider, here comes our crow play. So you're going to have this option one to use the blocks on each side. I'll show you another variation if this is super uncomfortable for you, but play around. It's your practice and you're not going to fall. We'll start by coming onto the tippy toes, bringing the forearms towards, or the shins towards the back of the arm, towards the tricep. The knees are towards the shoulders or the armpit. I want to gaze slightly forward in front of the hand, and you can start by just leaning forward, seeing how that feels, using the tricep as a shelf. And then you can play even more by lifting one foot, lifting the other. If you want to come even deeper, bringing those knees all the way up into the armpits as close as possible, and then start to use the triceps as a shelf, lifting one knee and lifting the other. If this is where you are, you're going to stay there. For those of you that would like another variation, you can remove one block to the side, place one to the highest level, keep playing in your crow wherever you are, bring the hands down to the mat, bring the forehead towards the block, and then play with this, using the block as added support on the forehead. So finding what's going to work best for you in your crow play. We'll just stay for a few more moments. Breathing in, staying strong. Three, 2, and 1. Coming back to center. You can take the blocks to the side, coming into a tabletop position. Couple of rounds of cat-cow here. Inhale, drop the belly, raise the gaze, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. And exhale, round it in. Good work, everyone. 2 more. Drop the belly. Exhale, round it in. And then coming back to center, you can go ahead and Take the feet all the way back, coming onto the belly, lowering onto the belly. Arms out to a T. Rolling over onto the right side of the body for a nice shoulder stretch here. You can come onto the left fingertips if you want to take it a little deeper. Bring the left foot behind you. Allow the forehead to rest on the mat. Breathing into the front body. If you would like to take it even to one more place, you can take the left hand, wrap it around the sacrum. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly rolling back to center, arms to a T, left hand out, same thing opposite side. Coming onto the right fingertips, roll over onto the left side. Taking your time, if you'd like to use the right foot as a kickstand, you can close your eyes. Keep a gap in the teeth. And then even if you'd like to wrap the right arm behind you, opening through the entire front body. 3, 2, 1 more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Slowly bringing it back to center. Coming up onto the forearms just for a moment. You're going to place a block for your forehead in between the forearms. I like to call this bow tie pose. Go ahead and take the right hand underneath the left and stack the left arm on top. So you have this little bow tie at the chest, and then you can lower the forehead down onto the mat, onto the block. For 3, 2, 1 more breath here. Inhale. Oh, you'll feel the back body, feel the lines. Exhale, relax in. And then slowly start to untie and take the opposite side. The right arm on top. Take your time. And then bringing the forehead towards the block. You can always play with the level of your block here. If this is super uncomfortable, you could take it up to 1 more notch. As you inhale, notice the wings expanding through the back, combing the rib cage. And slowly coming back to center, remove it to the side, take the hands underneath the shoulders, pressing up onto the knees, and then into a soft downward facing dog. Beautiful. Pressing the shoulders away from the ears. Coming onto the tippy toes, and when you're ready, bring it up into a seated position, extending both legs out in front of you. Take the fleshy part away from the sits bones, keeping the right leg extended. Bring the left foot to the inside of the thigh for a variation of Janu Sirsasana. Keeping the right toes flexed towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, start to walk the hands towards the center. For 3. Press the hips in towards the earth. 1 more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, soften in. And then inhale, slowly come back to center and switch it out. Left leg out, right foot in. A little different variation. You'll take the left toes towards the sky. Inhale, exhale, walk it down to center. Ground the hips towards the earth. 2. 1 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold it in. And then inhale, coming all the way up, extending both legs out in front of you for a moment. Take that fleshy part away from the sits bones. Keeping the left leg extended, bend through the right knee. Placing the sole of the foot on the mat. It's about 1/5 difference in between the thigh and the foot. You can do that, or if it feels better for you, you can cross the right foot over the left thigh. Taking the right hand behind you, create length just like a kickstand. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, twist, placing the left elbow to the outside of the thigh. 3, 2. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, go ahead and unwind, a little counter twist, and then switch it out, extending the right leg, bend to the left. Again, if you'd like to take the variation of placing the foot over the thigh, feel free, Marichasana. Left hand behind you, create the length before the twist. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, twisting, gaze over the left shoulder. For 3, 2. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Go ahead and unwind. Little counter twist. Then extending both legs all the way out. You may move forward towards the front of the mat and slowly lower it down. One vertebrae at a time. Taking one full cycle breath here. Inhale. Oh, fill the lungs. Exhale. Bending through the knees, soles of the feet to the mat, preparing for bridge pose. As you're ready, pressing into that big toe. Inhale, lift the hips towards the sky, just as someone's pulling you with a string. You could interlace the hands underneath the thighs, pressing into the soles of the foot, chin away from the chest. Opening up through the heart center, using that space that we've created through this great shoulder opening class. Exhale, slowly lower it down, hugging the knees in towards the chest. Make little circles, stir the sacrum if that feels okay. Nice little massage. Take it into the opposite direction. And arms out to a T, calves parallel to the mat. Inhale. Exhale, drop it over towards the right for a nice reclined twist. Seeing if you can stack the left knee over the right knee. Maybe the right hand comes to the thigh. You breathe in, send it deep into the lungs. And then exhale, you can gaze over the left shoulder. Detoxifying through this pose. Bringing all those internal organs out. And then inhale, coming back to center. You can realign. And exhale, drop it over towards the left. Pressing the right shoulder towards the earth. Breathe into the lungs. You'll feel the expansion through the right rib cage. Exhale, gaze over the right shoulder. Two more breaths here. And then coming back to center, taking the knees now out towards the armpits and rock it side to side. Make any little movements you would like here. And then take circles, bring the knees in towards the chest, out wide, all the way down and opposite direction. Coming back to center, extending the legs all the way out, finding your Shavasana. Softening towards the earth. Closing the eyes if they are not already closed. Tapping the teeth. And taking a few moments, or as long as you would like, to take in the benefits of this practice. thank you for sharing this